I kind of wanted to call this video The Sheep in Wolves' Clothing because really what it's about is how a lot of empaths or highly sensitive people often take on the traits of a narcissistic parent or relationship to be able to survive that situation. So when people come to me and say, Candace, am I the narcissist? Here's my answer. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new, please click the little subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. Quickly, I also want to just mention the join button. You can join my YouTube membership program, and when you do, you get your name mentioned in one of my videos, which I'm going to do right now with a few new people. You get other perks to join one of my private Facebook groups. You get, live Q&As with just us. And so before we begin, I want to just read the names. And if I read these wrong and I pronounce your name wrong, email me with the correct pronunciation and I will mention you in yet another video. But here's just a few people that just joined that I want to thank you so much and welcome you. So we have The Sanctuary with AWB. We have Helena Lundstrom, Demi G. Billy, Owen O'Sullivan, Elizabeth Jabot, Judith G., and Susan Thelen. Thank you guys so much for joining this week. I'm so excited to have you, and I will see you in the private Facebook group as well. I will send that link again. My lighting. I will put that link again in the community area, so please check that out in the YouTube channel. So today, I want to talk about empaths and highly sensitive people who often get confused about if they are the empath or if they are the narcissist. This comes up a lot. I did a video on this a couple months back, years back. I don't know. I don't even remember when I do some of these videos, but it was probably like a year and a half ago. I made a video saying, it was called Am I the Narcissist? So check that one out too because it's got more information in it. But for right now, what I want to say is, I have a lot of clients that say this. They're worried because who they've become, this false self, is not representative of their heart. They have a lot of armor. I had a client earlier today saying, the war is over, but the armor is the same. And how do I shed this armor so I can be who I truly want to be? Because I'm no longer in that type of a scenario. Now, oftentimes, people who've had narcissistic abuse in childhood choose a partner that will also be a narcissist. But oftentimes, especially if you have a super hardcore sort of warrior type personality, you might actually become more of the narcissist or show more of those traits, be the driven, gnarly, no one can hurt me type person, this idealized super achiever, whatever it is, and shut off a lot of your emotion. So you end up attracting an empath who is kind of amazing in the end, because when you start to heal from these wounds by extreme daily practices that shift your subconscious mind and heal your emotional wounds, when you start doing that, you realize that you've actually attracted not who you are or not what you need, but the perfect balance of what's outside of you and what's in your shadow. Let me explain. People who attract a partner that is empathic and beautiful and unconditionally loving, if you feel like you are naturally an empath or highly sensitive person, but you've got this armor on, what you've attracted is the part of yourself that you had to put in your shadow when you were a kid to survive. And so you still feel like I get to feel whole and be with that part of myself that I didn't get to be because of this person. So we almost put too much power in that person, and then there's all these fears about losing them, and then we do the self-sabotage. So what we need to see, and I did another video not long ago called The Other Person Is You. What we need to see is this person we've attracted has traits that we love, because those are the traits of ourselves that we have in the shadow that we kind of shut off to because our parent didn't love them, because it wasn't safe to express them, because it wasn't going to help us survive our situation. And so we are attracted to someone who has those traits in them that we get to experience through them. However, what also happens is we play out the old role until we get healed, meaning if I've got narcissistic traits and I attracted someone compassionate, empathic, loving, I might be treating them the way I was treated because that part of me, that empathic, sweet, sensitive part of me, was yelled at or got punished a lot. So I'm probably punishing that person because I'm angry that they get to be the thing that I didn't get to be, that is me. See that dynamic? And people are probably watching this being like, holy shit, yes, what do I do? What you do is realize you now as an adult have absolutely the ability to reclaim the part of you that you're loving in them and also triggers you in them. Reclaim the part of you that you never got to be. And what that means is a lot of forgiveness work, a lot of grieving, a lot of I'm upset because, and we can work through this with writing assignments. We can work through this with EFTs. We can work through this with guided meditations, which I offer all of that in my emotional rehab course and a lot of other things that I create for you guys at free and low prices. One of the free things I want to tell you about right now is my free ebook called Why Do I Attract Narcissists? That link will be below. But you can look into that and look at all the aspects of it. And then I have a section in that free ebook that says how to heal. So something to think about. If this is you and you're like, holy shit, yes, I hate this person. It's because you're treating that person the way you were treated because your inner child isn't healed. But it's also you love the parts of that person that you never got to be but is you. Something to think about. So if you're one of these highly sensitive, empathic people who thinks, oh my God, I have narcissistic traits, it means there's parts of you that needs to heal. One of the exercises I use with clients is called Let It Kill You. What that means is I want you to think about the thing that scares you the most. And instead of trying to guard against it ever happening so you don't have to feel it, what I want you to do is put yourself in a safe place and have the scenario in your head, what if that scary ass thing does happen? And let it play out in you as if it's real. And as you let that scenario play out, I want you to notice what happens. What are the emotions that come up? And that's the next thing we deal with. We deal with that emotion. We give it a voice. We integrate it. But what I want you to see by doing this little exercise, an example, my biggest fear is, let's say, God, I don't know. I've had so many of my fears happen. My boyfriend or girlfriend leaves me. They leave me. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Let it kill you. They're leaving you right now. They have walked away. What have you made it mean? I'm not enough. I did something wrong. What is the feeling that comes up when you let that experience kill you? What is the feeling? That's the feeling I want you to then sit with and say, is it true though? Am I not enough? Did they leave because of a behavior, because of a worthiness issue? What is the meaning I attach to this episode? What is the meaning I attach to this? We live so much of our lives saying, what if that happened? Let me guard against that because I'm afraid of if it would happen. But the reason we're afraid of something happening is because of the meaning we've attached to it. So a lot of our armor that we have, even as highly sensitive people, a lot of the anger highly sensitive people have, is because we're guarding against our heart. We think it won't be loved, and then when it is loved, we don't trust it. So this is the work we need to do, this inner work of really tuning into our emotional selves. I want to let you guys know a couple things. First of all, this is one of my new tops. You can buy that right below if you like it, or send it as a gift to a friend. We are delivering right now during COVID. Also, I want to mention inner work group coaching is going to be starting in 2 weeks. What that is maximum of 5 people per group. And we talk about narcissistic abuse, codependent relationships. This dynamic only. It is very specific to this dynamic because what I've noticed over my coaching is there are a lot of people dealing with this that don't even know what they're dealing with. And as we heal these wounds and use the tools that I've created, there are massive shifts happening in my community right now. So I wanted to offer it as a cheaper alternative to one-on-one coaching. It is way cheaper, less than half of my original coaching rates. And there's only going to be max 5 people in your group. Could be only 2. It depends on how I feel as I start filling it and who these people are and how many groups I end up having. So 5 people max per group, inner work, link will be below. You can check it out. It's not open yet for enrollment, but it will be, I believe, April 16th. Also, last thing I want to mention, emotional rehab starts now. So the last day for the discount is today. Today is the last day at that 40% off. And then tomorrow we go back to the original price. I hope you'll join us. I'm so excited to do this work. It makes me so happy when you guys share my videos or repost my quotes. It really warms my heart because I really truly believe I was born for this work and nothing makes me happier. So thank you so much for being part of my tribe. I love you so much and I will see you guys soon.